To make a long story short, I'm going to fast forward through about a year of activity, so bear with me. So we made it back to Asheville, but our relationship was broken. All that time on the road had taken a toll. Once we returned to our families in New England, we took a break for a few months for each of us to do some personal reflection. Tina headed to Massachusetts and I went to Maine. In November, we came back together and did a vibe check with a camping trip in New Hampshire. It felt great to be together and confirmed our desire to be in a relationship again. Also in November, we sold the trailer to a lobsterman in Maine. It was bittersweet. The Jayco was an awesome, homey rig, but it was time to close that chapter of our lives. Plus, money is nice. During the winter, I had shown Christine around Portland, and she had become comfortable with the idea of living in Maine, even with the brutal weather, which she still complains about to this day. Just goes to show how much she truly loves me. In June of 2022, we officially moved to Maine into a 1.5 bedroom apartment on Willard Beach. What a friggin' spot. Ironically, the landlord accepted our offer because he enjoyed the travel videos I had shared from our trip. I had to explain the gap in our rental history. I spotted the elusive dune cat. Not a bad spot for kitty. We loved our little beachside apartment, but something was missing: camper life. I joked with Tina that if she could find a suitable trailer for $5,000 or under, we would buy it. A few weeks later, we were headed to Mexico, Maine that is, to look at an 18-foot Sunline Saturn from 1993. It was in great shape for its age and well cared for by a proud Army veteran, so we had a deal. It was adorned with patriotic decals and motorcycle memorabilia, but I knew there was no reno job Christina couldn't handle. On the way home, I thought it would be smart to dump the tanks, and stupidly, I added water thinking a flush would help. The black tank was already full to the brim, so the whole trailer flooded with sewage. A great start to our second round of trailer ownership. We got right to work renovating the trailer with the idea of traveling somewhere south for a tropical vacation in December.
We're making it pretty. Can't you tell?
Tina-fying it.
Yeah.
All one nacho.
Feels so good.
I like those.
No, it's remind me of my nursery as a child.
What's up, guys? We are out here in an undisclosed storage facility in Maine trying to get some work done on the trailer before we leave tomorrow morning. So it's this crazy rush right now. It's like HGTV the night before, people like losing their minds. But it just started snowing, which is absolutely beautiful actually with the sun right now. So come check this out. There's the little rig. Hello.
Hello.
Christine's quiet because she's not happy.
I'm not taking any bullshit anymore.
So I'm doing cabinets, trying to put this over there. Just put the microwave in.
You're talking to me.
Christina's doing trim over here. Loving it. Hating it. Love, hate. But yeah, we gotta get this thing ready for heading south tomorrow. Pray for us.
So we worked in the trailer all day, sick and in the cold. So we are treating ourselves for dinner.
Get him in there. Close it up. Oh my gosh. That was like a botched execution.
Why did it flap?
That's their defense mechanism.
Bon appetit.
You sound excited. I'm being sarcastic. You sound like you're being forced to eat this.
I've been traumatized.
Oh yeah, man, big one coming through. Look at that. I got the little pilot boat, the tugboat behind, helping them out. It's gonna help them once they get into the harbor. Oh yeah, there's been a couple of good ones today, man. I don't know why, but it's Friday. I'm not sure.
Doing?
We made it to Walmart the first night, where we finally introduced Macy to the trailer. She found her litter box and food and water, all the essentials. She loved sleeping in the bed with us, which she isn't allowed to do at home. It was a cold first night, almost freezing, so we all huddled together. Thank God the furnace works, although it sounds like screeching from a horror movie. Driving through South Carolina was very pretty. Big trees with Spanish moss and so many churches. Finally, we made it to the campground. Everything works, but there's a leak in the front of the trailer near the dinette. Something to solve later.
What do you see over there?
Since I was still on the clock, I had to source some good Wi-Fi. Luckily, there was an awesome Wi-Fi room at the campground, right near the beach. I really enjoyed biking around Edisto Island. It was the off-season, so it felt like I had the roads all to myself. It was fun exploring the little jungle grottos. Once we were settled in, I monitored the forecast for my window of opportunity to propose to Tina. There was a sunny afternoon on a Wednesday, so I invited her down to the beach. It was the perfect setting. There were dolphins jumping and pelicans skimming the waves. I took her down to the water's edge and proposed in the water. That way, if we were ever near the ocean, we'd be connected to this special place. Luckily, she said yes, although it took her a second to say so. She was in shock, in a good way. That night, we went into Charleston for dinner and celebrating. Man, does Charleston go hard for Christmas. We enjoyed exploring the city and stumbled upon the horse stables, where they had some fun horse facts, like they feed them beer so they'll sweat. The next day, it was time to head home. Most of the drive went smoothly, but once we got into Pennsylvania, we got caught in a massive snowstorm.
So we were trying to push through to Maine tonight, but we got caught in the storm in Pennsylvania, so we're stuck here for the night. If we kept driving, we'd be tracking with the storm, just stuck in a snow cloud the whole way. Put a tarp on top of the trailer to keep the snow from accumulating, so then tomorrow hopefully we can leave. But we're in this Walmart that doesn't allow overnight parking, so hopefully tonight we don't get the knock of doom. Fingers crossed.
So we did what any reasonable person would do. We went shopping and got some popcorn, hot cocoa, and some doodads for a little Christmas shrine to cheer us up. It was a cold night, but we made it through. The next day, the roads were clear and we resumed our drive home. It took a couple more days to wash the trailer and then cover it up at Freeport, but our maiden voyage was complete.
That's it, the trailer is all covered up. We're officially done for the season until March. We picked the windiest day to do this. I had to climb up on the roof with the cover in hand, which was fun. It was like having a balloon with you on the roof of a building. It's cinched down nice, and we got a little trailer burrito going on here, so hopefully it stays nice and snug all through the winter season. See you next year. How's it going?
Pretty good.
You happy?
I'm cold. But yes, I'm happy.
Good job, honey. You did a great job.
My baby.
Shush, 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 shush.
Gonna go for a winter hibernation.
Yeah, with all our friends. And the ding-dongs that took our spot. Right over there. That one slid in there. That Innsbruck in there.
No bow, no boundaries.
Those Austrians. Stop. What?
Said no boundaries, that's for sure.
Since then, a lot's happened. We took our engagement photos at Willard Beach. Some months later, the old fisherman shacks that served as a perfect backdrop got washed away by a nor'easter. We got married on the family farm in Turner. We danced and played music long into the night. Thank God we had a tent because there was a cyclone that almost drowned our guests. The camper served as a place of refuge for Macy during the festivities. We honeymooned in Italy, visiting Sicily where Christina's family is originally from. We dined like royalty, stayed in a country villa, cured Tina's lactose intolerance, climbed a volcano, sailed the Mediterranean, among other things.
from a nap.
The great thing about these Italian beach chairs, they have a built-in panini press.
And finally, we got pregnant with a little boy and bought a house. We still have the camper. It's stashed in the backyard and currently buried in snow, but we get plenty of action out of it every summer. We can't wait to take little Duder on his first great escape. But until then, safe travels to all, and thanks for watching. If you see a rusty old Sunline with a baby on board, don't forget to wave.